What's up, everybody? Wild Blockchain Academics. We're going to be looking at Bitcoin today. It's just on a tear. We hit 40.3K on this exchange, and we had this drop, and a lot of people are asking, where is Bitcoin heading next? What's going to be happening next? That was about a 10% drop. I'm just going to share this link in the Discord. And we're going to get back on it. So I don't know if you guys have noticed, but Bitcoin's been filling up these dips really friggin' quickly. Every time we get a dip, it's been filling it up super quickly. And basically, you just want to try and catch the dip. And I'm not saying like be highly like leveraged to try and catch the dip or you know what I mean? Do anything crazy. You want to preserve your capital and you want to have some capital on the side just in case we get some great entries. So I'm just updating the video and then I'll jump right into this. Okay, perfect. And I want to make sure I see all the questions. So let me just click that link again, actually. Sorry about that. You want to preserve your... Okay, perfect. So let's get it. Any entries in ETH or XRP for long? I will check. I'll check on the video. Okay, so what I wanted to share with you guys is that I think that we are actually, obviously, as you guys can see, we're in a raging bull market. Not only that, I think the biggest drops we're going to get are these like 10%. I mean, we had this huge drop here, liquidated $1.3 billion worth, and that was a 20% drop. So we've actually never seen the 30% drop. That's still very, possible for Bitcoin to happen. Let me exit out of that. That's an annoying noise. Okay. Let's get back into it. So, I definitely think that when we get these drops, that these are just like stop hunts, because while people are riding long, like think about it. If everybody knows Bitcoin's going to 100K, 200K, 300K, why not just keep going long? It's not going to be as easy as that. Like you're not going to be just going to be able to ride it. Look at how many, this is on the 1 hour too. On the daily, we're just going up. But you saw that wick down. It'll liquidate people who are highly leveraged or people who have stop losses that are maybe, moved up for profit, and it'll kind of wipe their entries so that they can keep moving higher or down. It depends what it is. But I'm going to show you that this is super bullish. We get this similar play, and I'm going to do it on the 15 minutes. We get this similar play, and before I go do that, I think that Bitcoin's going to have two pumps. And what I mean by that is, let's look at this Mayer multiplier price bands, and Willy Woo shared this. So in 2013, you can see that we had, in 2012, we're building up. In 2013, you can see that we had two pumps. By that, I mean, we touched the top and we were very overbought on this price band. And then we came back down and then we had the second pump. So what I mean by that is we think that 2021 will have two pumps. So we'll touch the top of that red band. We'll have probably some sort of like nasty fall or drop, maybe a 30% retrace, something like that. And then we'll have our second pump. So maybe we'll go up to 65K. So in 2013, the price went up to approximately 126, and then it fell down to, at its lowest, it fell down to, I'm just trying to see this. Okay, yeah, the price is right there. $122 is the price, and it fell down to $86 and then pumped back up for that second pump. So as you can see, Willy Woo said that in 2013, we had huge capital inflow. 2017, also huge capital inflow, but 2021 is different because we're seeing institutional inflow. And I think we'll even see harder FOMO with the USD like declining and everything that's happening in America. So I think we'll only see more FOMO plus institutions. Like that's the switch we were waiting for. And he's saying that, well, we're going to have a double pump. pump. And the first cycle of Bitcoin had quintuple pumps. So it had 5 of these pumps into the extremely overbought, back down. So it did that 5 times. Maybe we'll have 2 or 3 pumps this year for this bull market. Who knows? And who knows what the first pump will be? Maybe 75, 80K. Maybe it goes super overbought. Up here, it says that the overbought would be about 62K. Maybe 62K, we fall back into the 45, 40 range. Maybe if it's huge, I don't think we'll ever see like a 15%, 50% pullback on a bull market. So because if we go back to 2017, we've only seen 30% pullbacks on the bull market. But, you know, with higher price ranges, maybe we can see a bigger swing back, but I don't think so. So let's go into these pullbacks. I'm telling people that 10% is maybe all we see. I know we saw a bigger pullback here. Like, let's look here, for instance. That was 10%. That was a 10% pullback. And we're looking only over 20K because anything above that, I don't really care for. So let's see this right here. We had a pullback from the top here, about 9.6%. We had a pullback from the top here, about 9.8%. We had a pullback up top here, which was 9.4%. Then we had the dirty one. This was 20%, about 20%. So we just had a similar type of pullback now on Bitcoin, where we got that 10% drop, and that's after breaking a crucial TP zone like 40K. You know what I mean? 40K, probably somebody took profit, maybe a big whale. Market sold this, definitely cleared a lot of to take profits. It liquidated maybe a lot of long people who went long on over leveraged. You know what I mean? And then it also activated a lot of short sellers because a lot of people sell short. In a bull market, I don't know why, but a lot of people sell short for different reasons. Maybe there's strategies, and like that was a profitable short if you definitely cashed out. But if you didn't cash out, then it retraced pretty quickly. It retraced very friggin' quickly. So I'm going to show you guys what I think is going to happen with Bitcoin. And not only that, it liquidates people, it also activates short sellers. So some short sellers like to go long at the lowest you know, if the lowest price of the day gets pierced, and I'm pretty sure we pierced that right here. Where would this next be? 33K. Holy, Bitcoin's moving at a rapid rate, and I don't think we're going to stop anytime soon. So let's go into the 15-minute, and let's go into why I think we're going to fill this out. And I think we're going to do something. You know, we already broke this line. We already broke this trend line. And we are definitely going to keep moving up. I mean, nobody knows, but we already broke this trend line. Very bullish. I think we're going to do something like this. Get up here and then maybe come back down. Actually, that's a bit wrong. Come up here. Get close to breaking out and then pull back down. And then maybe break out. Not maybe, but we will break out. And why I think that's going to happen is because you can see that every time we've had something similar where these 10% drops happen, that we get this huge drop. It's like the first wick down, and we recover very rapidly. We're not going to recover into like the full V unless the bulls are out to play. So we usually come back down, test this low, we hold this low, and then come back to test to break again, rapid sell-off, liquidate all the heavy longers, everybody who went on breakaway trades, and then come back to break it. So it may take some time to actually break this zone again, to break 40K, for us to clear 40, and it could take a couple days. Who knows? Or if the bulls are out to play, we can be a lot quicker. I'll show you another example of that V right here. This was a lot larger, but you can see here, V, you have that huge wick. We rapidly recover. We get close to testing that local high, and then we come back down. We break above it. You can see here, this was a more intense one. Back down, you have that huge wick, and then you can see we're recovering. We go to test the all-time high, or I guess where we broke down on the V, and then we don't even make it there. We break back down. So everybody who was long here and put their stop losses here, they have now been stopped out of the move that they already knew where it was going. So like I said, when you're trading Bitcoin, like all of us know it's going long, but this is their job to wick you out of here. And like I caught the bottom. It's nothing large. I caught because like, what if we do keep going down? I want to stack up on a better long. And I caught the bottom. I mean, not the bottom, but I caught a nice wick on Ethereum, a nice wick on BTC. And I think this is something will play out. Maybe I can add to the position here. So that's kind of what I'm seeing for BTC. And then you can see on the 15-minute, we hit these EMAs nicely. So if we're looking at MSR, I'll show you the buy signals for MSR now. The buy signal on MSR for 15-minute has been long since 34K. So with this system, you would be buying every time it touches the EMA. This got very close here. That's kind of why I bought this. Not only that, I know every dump's filling up. I just don't want to buy a dump that's 10% that can move another 10% down. So that's why I'm using a little bit of my capital. I'm not going hard, especially with these big wicks. They're literally clearing people. Also, I'm not sure if you checked out my Litecoin. My Litecoin trade, I posted that on TradingView. You can check it out. I think we are going to all-time highs. I just had to throw that in there, and I got in around 150, so it's not bad. Anyways, so on the 15-minute, we are still bullish. On the 3-minute, we actually broke that down, and we stopped the long move. So like I said, which I've seen this before, and I'll pull it up to where I saw it. So we break down, and we kind of consolidate in this area. So we've been long on the 3-minute, and you can see that these buys around the 200 EMA holding the structure. So buy, and usually when we get there, we kind of create this ascending triangle as well. You can see here where we're putting higher lows, higher low. This one is a higher low as well, actually. Higher low, and then we break the top and keep moving. So we get these chances to buy Bitcoin in the dips, and I'll take all the chances. So you can see here, the last 3-minute was from 33K, so very profitable. What does that mean? And I'm not going to go lower than 3-minute, but that means that this is going to take some time to kind of restart. Maybe the RSI is going to, the strength of the market's going to come back. Bulls are going to come back. People who took profit are out of the picture. And what does that mean? It means that this is going to click long again, which will give us probably a really great long, maybe around 39K. Maybe if it trends here longer and creates that momentum, it will get a nice long around here. I'll add to my position. And that's the move I'm looking for. 45K, 42K, whatever it is. I got a nice long in this region, and we're just going to keep moving up. So the 4 minutes definitely long still. I know that's a fact. We haven't even got anywhere close to the 200 EMA, which is around 26K as of now. We haven't been anywhere close, but you can see we've been long. We've been long, daddy, since 9,600, and you can see here when it touches the 200 EMA on the 4-hour, that's like a big buy for me. We came here, we grinded it down, we started putting higher highs, higher lows, and higher highs, and we broke above that. So the 4-hour is still long. I wouldn't take my entry on this. I'm taking my entry on smaller time frames. I'm taking my entry on 3-minute, 5-minute. I took the 15-minute long here. Essentially, I'm looking for smaller time frames, because on the larger time frames, we're not really dipping down to those nice buy areas. Like I can't take a huge long and use this stop loss, use the system correctly with it this overextended. So that's Bitcoin. Ethereum, literally the same thing. So I want to check my Litecoin trade as well. It's at 171. 171. My bad. Let me go to Ethereum. Bro, all my targets are being hit. You see that? We actually shut down here. We shut down here. All my targets are being hit. Next target would be the all-time high. Shit. You guys ready for all-time high Ethereum? Next target's all-time high Ethereum. You see here how we kind of trended here. I wouldn't be surprised if we kind of trend here too. Bitcoin can do the same thing. This is on the 4-hour. Hopefully, what was that? 3 to 5. That was 2 days. We'll give the market 2 days. I'm fine with that. to kind of move to higher highs, for Bitcoin to move higher, to Litecoin to move higher, I am fine with that. So that's pretty much my quick video. I just wanted to let people know, it's hard to hold in a bull market too. So don't, bear out or think this is the top. I know we're going at extremely fast rates, but this is the bull market. This is what Bitcoin, Ethereum, this is what crypto does. So Ethereum, I think, is going to 1424. And for Bitcoin, I had my price targets, but it's kind of hard to say what price it's going for. I'm just kind of buying every dip. I watch it very carefully, and kind of when we cross, you see, I can still see this come down a little bit more, but when we cross it, I'll definitely put a stop. So it's like I have my entry somewhere around here, and when we do cross this, I'll probably start raising my stop loss, because I want to start capturing some profits. I don't want this thing to come back down, wipe me out in a friggin' wick. We need to capture profits as well. So that's pretty much it for my video. Just wanted to go over Bitcoin, buying the dip, buying every dip you can. I think that definitely we're on the way to 42K, and like 36 to 42, that's like definitely a huge move. And we did the same thing. We did the same thing when we dropped 20%. Where is that? It was a huge move to the next resistance point. So when we dropped 20%, and this is the zone I'm going to give it, a 28% move catching the dip. So I'm looking to do something super similar, catch this 10% dip, and then fly off to the top. And you know what? If it breaks down, that's fine. I have my stops, and we'll get in an even cheaper rate. I'll long more contracts. I'll go long higher because I simply believe that we are still on our way to the top. And you can see here, like in 2013, we were super bullish. We didn't even really stop going up. You can see that. We didn't even really stop. So I can see the same thing happening, not stopping until we kind of get to that first top. I'm thinking 60K. To be honest, I'm thinking probably 60K, because 50K is a psychological number. And I think a lot of people might start trying to short around 50K, thinking that that's the first TP. But in reality, it's like, I think we'll blow through that, maybe even blow 55K, 60K, 61K, activate like all these short orders, crush the people who went short at 50, activate all these long orders, and then start kind of coming down. So that's kind of my, thought process, 60K. And if it really blows off the top, 70-ish, 75K for its first mega pump, come back down, and then see some type of large pump. So we're going to be holding for a little bit. And then when we do see the downtrend, like after the first pump, that could be 2 months. That could be a month. You know what I mean? So we'll kind of be consolidating down. And that's kind of when we see the altcoins. That's when we see altcoins explode. Because if Bitcoin is kind of at like 40K, 50K, and it's losing its value, people are going to start dumping it into alts. I think that's the best case. That's what we saw in 2017. And people will start dumping it into alts and kind of hoping for those bags to kind of flip up. So that's kind of what I'm seeing. This is on the 1 hour. Let me put this on the 15. Yeah, you see Bitcoin's coming back down, but like this is what I think it's going to happen. So I'm just going to hold steady with my orders. Exactly what I think is going to happen. Maybe come back here to test this. You know what I mean? Break it, fool some guys, come back down. You know what? Probably won't come back down that low. Who knows? Maybe we come back lower, break it, come down, go back up. But you guys know where Bitcoin's going. It's going up. That's all I can really say, to be honest. And worst case scenario, we have our stops. So thank you for watching.